Hello friend, today we're going to learn about the moon. We will answer 5 questions about the moon. The 5th question is, who is the first man to land on the moon? The 4th question is, in what year did this happen? The 3rd question is, what vehicle did he use? The 2nd question is, could we see when using a binocular? And the 1st question is, why is the moon nearest to the earth? If you don't know any of these answers, don't worry. At the end of the video, I will show you the correct answers. So let's start with the first question. Why is the moon nearest to the earth? There are millions of stars and planets in the universe, but the moon is the only natural satellite that is close enough to our planet to be seen with the naked eye. The moon is the Earth's natural satellite. It revolves around the Earth at an average distance of 384,400 kilometers. The moon is so close to the Earth that it affects our planet's tides and has slightly slowed down its rotation. The moon is not always at the same distance from the Earth. It has an elliptical orbit, which means that it is sometimes closer and sometimes farther away. The moon is the Earth's closest celestial neighbor. It is the most studied object in the sky and has been a source of wonder and inspiration for humans for centuries. Now let's move to the next question. In what year did the first man land on the moon? Neil Armstrong became the first human to set foot on the moon in the year 1969. This historic event took place on July 20th during the Apollo 11 mission. Armstrong's journey to the moon was a giant leap for mankind and a testament to the power of human ingenuity and determination. Next question. What vehicle did he use? Neil Armstrong used the lunar module Eagle to land on the moon. The lunar module was a spacecraft developed by NASA specifically for the Apollo program's moon landings. It consisted of 2 stages, the ascent stage, which took Armstrong and Aldrin to the surface of the moon, and the descent stage, which remained on the moon and served as a launch platform for their return to lunar orbit. Question 2. Could we see when using a binocular? Binoculars are a great tool for observing the moon. They allow us to see the details on the moon's surface much more clearly than we could with just our eyes alone. With binoculars, we can see the different craters, mountains, and other features on the moon's surface. However, binoculars cannot see the astronauts on the moon. That's because they're much too small to be seen at that distance. Even with the best binoculars, the astronauts would appear as just tiny specks on the moon's surface. So now let's move to the final question. Who was the first man to land on the moon? The first man to land on the moon was Neil Armstrong. He was an American astronaut and the commander of the Apollo 11 mission. On July 20th, 1969, Armstrong became the first human to set foot on the moon and uttered the famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." That's all for today, friends. If you want to learn more about space, subscribe to the channel.